Good morning. Good morning, Northwest Indiana and everyone out there listening on the internet. This is Veterans Views on a beautiful Friday in Northwest Indiana. It's a little overcast today, but that's all right. Train's blocking our route to the studio, but we made it. We made it. You know, you just got to hop a train. You know, you live in Hammond, you got to hop a train once in a while. So it's just the way it is.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yes, it is. I got my butt chewed out by my grandpa who worked at IHB, so I had to stop doing that. He caught me hopping the IHB train to get to school. So my name is Donna Ostrander. I'm here with Steve Bramer.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we want to start out with, I don't know if we had this T-shirt on the other day, and I got Steve a T-shirt. So I want to give that to him on the air. I just didn't know what size, if you were a large or an extra large.
Probably your biggest size.
There you go. So that is the VFW T-shirt this is the shirt that they tried to take the VA's accreditation away from them, which is preposterous, just because you didn't agree with what was going on or what was said. I mean, this is a cartoon from the 1930s that they just modified. So you got to show the back a little bit. There you go. Honor the contract. Yeah, baby.
That's awesome. I love it. Thanks. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. So if you want one, you can go to gruntstyle.com and order yourself one. I suggest you order it before they stop printing them. It took it a while to come in, but that's okay. Yeah. They've been busy with all kinds of stuff, and my research is not loading for some reason.
They'll pull it. I think they'll pull it because it served its purpose. It got the word out there. Yeah. I don't think they're going to want to push buttons too much.
No, because if they were to pull the VFW's accreditation for filing claims, man.
Oh yeah.
There'd be rioting in the street. We'd all be marching on Washington.
Yeah.
You know, and I think one of the things I've read, and I can't get it to come up now, is that's why Pat always says he likes to print stuff out for this exact reason. Anyway, they said that that there's been quite a few American Legions throughout the country. I just read the statement from the one in Alabama for the whole state, and their whole state decided that they didn't support the American Legion's decision to support the Take Care of American Veterans Act.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so there's been quite a few. Even the chairman of the VA committee, his district in Illinois. They even don't support it. His own American Legion doesn't support it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's I haven't really seen anything split the veteran and military community like I have this.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The American Legion's argument, I get it. They want to push through 61 bills that have just been sitting there for years. And
I get that too.
They think that I just don't think the benefits of doing that are going to outweigh the problems that it could create, you know?
No, I don't think so either. You never want to put benefits on the backs of other veterans. You just don't.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not right. And
we were just talking a little while ago. I had seen this video where it was asking, why are these major companies supporting this major star act like they are? And it was crazy how they linked these medium-sized companies to the larger companies, which end up being USAA.
Yeah.
And their theory is USAA is behind this, is backing this because it's, this act is going to create more problems for some veterans, which then they're going to have to need loans. Life insurance. Oh, yeah. So then who are they going to go to? USAA.
And I read that, and now I can't get anything on the internet. I don't know. Maybe the Wi-Fi's not working. But I read an article about that, and then I couldn't find it again. You know, there were so many people starting to bring that up, and I was like, what? I mean, I had a veteran friend of mine reach out that I went to high school with. Her husband was a Navy veteran who passed away. And anyway, she was telling me about USAA and how hard it was to file an auto claim insurance with them.
Really?
Yeah, she said it was terrible.
It's kind of crazy because I bet a lot of people have insurance that never even use it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was like, okay, that's terrible. That.
Yeah, that is terrible, actually.
So I think that if that, and she was telling me the horror story of getting her, and it was a simple claim. It was somebody rear-ended her, who didn't have insurance, and she's trying to get her car fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just giving her the runaround and making her jump through all these hoops, and it was terrible.
So did I ever tell you how I maxed out my insurance? Because
No.
I'm not going to, somebody cut me off.
Oh, okay.
And it was over there on Klein going south, where you get off of 8094 and then it's 3 lanes and then it goes to 2. So I was right there at the light. And as soon as it turns green, I start going and somebody goes right. I didn't even see him.
Oh, man.
I was so mad. So I called my car insurance and I upped everything. I got the no insurance one.
Yeah.
I got all of that stuff.
Wow.
Because I was telling myself the next time somebody did that, I was gonna take it. They're gonna buy me a new car.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't cut in front of me.
Right?
Red Cruise. Don't do it.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because insurance is, it's such a big scam.
Insurance? Oh,
you pay for it all these years, and then when you file a claim, they want to cancel you. I know we're going down a rabbit hole here, but it's ridiculous.
It's true.
It's true.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how these companies, because you know what, it wouldn't be so bad if they were actually competition, but there's no competition anymore.
Right.
They're actually colluding with each other to screw us.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Which is terrible.
We are. It's too early for this. Why are we doing this at 9:15?
Right?
Man.
Oh, that's funny. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the news right now. There's a lot of stuff coming out with the war I guess it's a war. We haven't declared war. Of course, we haven't declared war since World War II. So.
Oh, yeah. You see how the House, this is now their second resolution to stop this war with Iran?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know how I feel about this one. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. Here's my thing. It's like we declared we've won like 5 times now. I know. We won them last year when we destroyed supposedly all their nuclear capabilities. We've won 2 or 3 times this year by destroying their Navy and their Air Force.
Yeah.
But they can still control the Strait of Hormuz with their shoulder-fired weapons that they fire from their little islands around Iran.
Yeah.
Right there in the strait. And we don't really want to hit. There's one of the islands, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, is Kurug or something like that. And that island is where Iran sends out most of their oil. And we don't want to destroy that island because of what it'll do to oil prices.
Yeah.
So
which is at over $100 a barrel again. Again. I noticed that when I filled up yesterday. Yeah, it was. I don't know if our state can afford to. Well, we should be able to afford to do away with the gas tax permanently because we have such a high. Our state of Indiana, anyway, has a high. We have money left over. The government's not supposed to be in the profit business. Yeah.
And we have money left over every year. We have a surplus. And we can use. Why can't we use that money for the roads? And it would be nice if we did have a gas tax, that they use all of the gas tax for the roads, but they don't. They use it for bike trails and everything else.
Well, yeah, they move that money around to make it work.
Exactly.
I mean, just look at New York. They balanced the budget. Remember?
Oh yeah, with a big loan from the state. So there you go. We got to talk about this NDAA section 912 about combining our military with Israel. Now, like we talked about a little bit about last week in AIPAC and how much influence they have on our government. And I just saw a video from a young man that used to work in the intelligence community. He was on the executive level of a counterterrorism department. And he was talking about, he quit because he learned how much Israel has influence in our government. And they do. I know I might make people mad by saying that, but it's true. I don't care what country it is. It could be Israel, it could be Japan. I don't care. They have no right to influence our government. And There's something I wanted to read. Let me find.
I mean, when you're close allies with some,
well, yeah,
right?
you share intelligence.
Like there's gonna be some, but
right.
But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I mean, I was just telling you earlier. I was watching how they're saying that the next strikes are gonna be worse than Epic Fury, but I thought Epic Fury was like the granddaddy of assault. So it just, I don't know.
And this bill, the NDAA, is the National Defense Authorization Act, which is up to the trillions now, but it's Section 224, Section 219, and it's going to completely integrate the Israeli military with the United States military. And it's not only that, but here's another thing I just learned. It's going to create a new position titled executive agent. I don't know what that means. Nobody knows what that means. But this person would be appointed by the Secretary of War, but not under the control of the Secretary of War.
So who would be in control?
Who do you think? The Prime Minister of Israel.
Oh, come on.
This executive agent is completely immune from congressional oversight, not bound by the U.S. Constitution, and he has the authority to deploy U.S. troops at the same level as the president.
What?
How is that constitutional?
What? There's no way. There's no way.
I know. I hope this is not true. You know, I just was researching this morning. So one of the scenarios is like, let's say this passes. Say Israel starts a war with Turkey and Egypt. This executive agent, would then have the authority to deploy U.S. troops into Turkey and Egypt on behalf of Israel, completely circumventing the U.S. Constitution, the U.S. Congress, and everything else. And the thing that gets me is Turkey is a NATO ally. Israel is not. So are we going to go against NATO?
So, okay, let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
What is this attached to?
This is attached to the NDAA, which the Senate is going to vote on today.
What is that? NDAA?
The National Defense Authorization Act, which is where the Pentagon and the military gets all their money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Congress is voting on this today.
Today.
And then it goes to the Senate, obviously,
no,
right?
this is the Senate. The Congress voted on it a couple days ago.
And they approved that?
Yes. And here's what should make everybody mad about the Congress. They decided that they were going to bury it in the NDAA. They did not allow any debate. They did not allow anybody to discuss it. They just put it in there and moved it forward.
What?
No debate. Why? What are they afraid of? Are they afraid the American people are going to revolt, as they rightfully should, against this?
Why would you do that? Why would you give any kind of power to another country?
And why are we willing to give up our sovereignty to any country, regardless of what country it is?
I can't see that. I can't
see this holding up to the Constitution
or the courts.
Yeah,
I can't see that holding up in court.
Yeah, somebody's got to file a lawsuit against this because this is so.
So we find out today if this passes.
Yep, this passes. Yep. And here's the thing. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, sent a letter to one of our congressmen, and I read part of it on the show before. This is his idea. This is a foreign prime minister saying, this is what I want. Pass it. And they're going to pass it.
Wow.
What's next?
Right?
You know, this is crazy.
Is there even a next? I mean, it sounds like that's everything right there.
Yeah.
That's total control there.
Exactly. And it's ridiculous. So if you want to call in, talk about this, let's go to
219-845.
1100, 219.
845.
1100. Call in and we'll talk about all this stuff going on that affects our military and our active duty people. You know, and I think the veteran community needs to rise up and say, oh, no.
Yeah.
You know, we swore an oath to the Constitution, not to the president, not to Congress, and certainly Israel. Not to another country.
Right.
You know?
Any country.
Doesn't
matter which one it is.
Right. You know, we are supposed to follow the Constitution. And of course, we haven't done that for years. But this is a direct result of not following the Constitution, of letting Congress put things in bills where they don't belong. If you want this, then make it a standalone bill and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, it will never pass.
Oh, no way.
But there's so many people in our government that take millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars from AIPAC, from Israel.
Yeah.
And they don't have to register as a foreign lobbyist, which is wrong.
Yeah. They're the only one that
doesn't have to. They're the only one that doesn't have to, which That's wrong on a whole other level. You know, why are they getting special treatment?
Yeah.
You know? And this has nothing to do with the people that live there. This is their government. You know, and, you know, we give them billions of dollars a year, and that's how they are able to give their people free health care, government subsidies, free college. And we can't do that here because we're giving them the money that could be going for that ours.
Yeah.
You know, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure that money could pay for the major star.
oh, more than many times over.
You know?
Yeah.
And then their big thing is they need a way to counter the money that it would use.
Yeah.
Which, right there.
I mean, here's the thing. When Congress, you know, like with the NDAA, nobody's saying, well, how are you going to pay for it?
Yeah.
They're just going to print more money out of thin air, and that's how they're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about, you know, when you're sending somebody to war, or we're spent all these trillions of dollars on the war in Iran right now, or any war for that matter. Nobody asks how you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They only ask when the veterans come back and they're hurt and they're damaged. Well, we can't pay for that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's to be expected you're going to come back damaged. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Nobody joins the military to come out disabled.
No. No.
No.
No. Nobody would join if that was the case.
No.
You know, but, and then, so that's, you know, that just gets me fired up. Every time I read this, I'm just, you know, I'm.
Wow, that's crazy.
For one of the first times.
It seems so unbelievable
Doesn't
that
it?
they would be willing to do that.
Yes.
Because then how do you justify it later when you have a brigade going
Yeah.
into Russia to help
Yeah.
Ukraine or something?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Or send U.S. troops into Gaza.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's another
why
thing
not?
they could do.
You know what I don't understand? Why haven't they unleashed the Kurds yet?
Well, there's a couple. Well, you know, I was reading something about that, and the Kurds, they, you know, that's a good question.
I have a theory.
What is it?
I have a theory. I think we want to use the Kurds. I think the Kurds are saying no. Because the last couple times we used them,
Yeah, we
kind of
screwed them over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could be. That very well could be.
Like, why would they help us? Why
Right.
would they fight, die, and then for what? For
Right.
nothing after
Yeah.
all that?
And you know, after World War I, when the Middle East was being divided up, when the Ottoman Empire fell, you know, they could have made a country. They could have made a Kurdistan.
Yeah.
But they chose not to for some reason. I was reading a little bit about that. I'm trying to get more into it to find out I like to find out the history of why we got to where we are.
I think it was something to do with Turkey. I think Turkey didn't want it.
Okay.
And then everybody kind of like was jumping on board with that
Okay.
when it happened. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But man, I didn't understand. I was like, why? You know,
Yeah.
we sent them in when we went after Saddam Hussein. We sent them in when we were trying to get ISIS. And I don't know.
I remember during the first Gulf War, there was this no-fly zone over Iraq. You had the top that was the Kurds, and the bottom that was us,
Yeah.
and then the no-fly zone in the middle. And we had promised, even then, we had promised the Kurds we were going to help them establish their own territory inside Iraq, and we didn't.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
You know, and so
Matter of fact, that first time they helped us, and then we only made it to Baghdad, and then we left.
yeah,
So that's when
Yeah.
Saddam sent Chemical Ali and bombed
Yeah.
that Kurdish town.
yeah.
You know, I seen the effects of that
Did
when I
you?
went up there. Yeah. Yeah, I
oh, that
saw,
must have been horrific.
like I actually saw a kid that was wasn't even part of that attack, but was like the offspring of
Okay,
somebody in
okay.
it. And 13 at the time, probably about 2'5".
No way.
Yeah, he didn't have bones in some of his, so like he would take his thumb.
Oh my God.
And he would. This is how he introduced himself to us, right?
Yeah.
We're standing there. We're on a patrol, and then you know the group of kids come by us,
Right.
and then the group of kids starts like going to the side, and then this little kid runs up, and he grabs his thumb and he twirls it, and he lets it go, and it goes like a helicopter.
No.
And then we called them thumbs. We're like, oh my God, what the hell? So then
Wow.
he was like our little mascot after that.
Wow.
Yeah, we love that kid. That kid was awesome.
That is crazy.
But yeah, we found out that he was a product of that Chemical Ali tech.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That
What was
wow.
it? Nerve agent, I think?
I think it was a nerve agent.
Oh,
Or maybe
nasty stuff.
maybe mustard gas. I don't remember what it was.
Nasty
It's
stuff.
been nasty stuff, yeah. And we allowed that to happen. You know, I know a lot of us were asking why we're not going for Saddam, and Norman was talking about that wasn't part of his mandate. And I'm like, well, we could make it your mandate.
Yeah.
Why didn't we? I mean, that's, of course, a decision made way above our level, but
That was the time to do it.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. We had him on the ropes, man. We could have taken him out right then.
Going in that second time, I think, was kind of futile because, I mean, at the time, he was kind of helping us because he was keeping Iran in check.
Yeah, I was.
So, I don't know. It just...
It when we went in and then didn't take him out, it was like, well, we're going to be back. And that's the same thing I fear is going to happen in Iraq. When we started this isn't going to end well for us, first of all. I'm not saying that's not any jab against our military because we have the best military on the planet. But Iran is a different beast.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot of mountains and stuff like that. And then I thought, well, if there's not a regime change, we will have to do this again.
Yeah.
Just like we did in Iraq.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody who wants that.
No.
Something has to change because they lie to us all the time. They have no interest in negotiation. Every time we've tried to negotiate with them, but I don't know who we're negotiating with. We're obviously not negotiating with the head of their army.
Yeah.
Which we should be, because he's the one calling the shots.
Oh, I know. We're talking to somebody else who has no control over anything.
No,
obviously.
he agrees to A, B, and C, and then he goes back to the army, and the army's like, no.
No.
We're not doing that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I had something good I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you had seen, but they're doing this thing where they're going to start testing male veterans, or male military for testosterone after the age of 30. And
I don't understand why.
So, you know what? I didn't realize how important testosterone was until I started for 2 years. Man, I felt real sluggish. It was just so hard to be motivated, laying around. And I go to the VA. The VA, we did sleep apnea first. But then when that didn't work, they tested my testosterone. And they said it was real low, like double digits low.
Wow.
So I started taking testosterone once every other day.
Okay.
And, oh, my God, the difference.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy how big of a difference. I would go to work out. I'd be sitting on the bench, and I would be falling asleep as I'm working out.
Okay.
Like, it was just insane how tired I was getting. And when I did the testosterone, I mean, it's just a completely new world for me. It's crazy. So I like that they're doing this because I think it is going to make a difference in a lot of
now,
males.
are there like women with estrogen, there's a lot of side effects to taking it after you go through menopause. Breast cancer being one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why a lot of women won't take it.
Oh.
Myself included.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
You could tell by that silence that I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should ask about them side effects.
Yeah.
But it's worked pretty good. So
Good.
I like that they're doing that.
Okay.
I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
But
So today.
I don't know about the side effects. Man, you kind of threw me off with that.
Oh, sorry. That might be something to look into.
Next Friday, I'm gonna be coming in and be like, don't do it, don't take it.
So there's a short little video out I saw, and it's a video of bombs blowing up the army headquarters in Iran. Now, were the people in there? I don't know. Were there anybody in there? Who knows?
Yeah.
But they just destroyed their quote-unquote headquarters.
How do we even know this is their headquarters?
I don't know.
Do we even have a headquarters?
Probably not anymore.
Well, obviously, right?
We keep blowing them up. Every time they move, we blow it up. So
I mean, we talked about that last Friday. Like, it just, they can't keep saying, "Oh, we obliterated their navy," and then next you know they're got like 20 ships, 20 of these speedboats coming after us. Like,
yeah. I mean, I know the speedboats are harder to find and hit, but it's.
I get the government is always gonna like exaggerate things.
Oh yeah,
but come on, come on, man.
It's crazy. It just drives me crazy. All the misinformation that comes out from the government, and there's so many people that just eat it up. They believe everything, and they don't question. They don't do their own independent research. They look at Facebook, and Facebook says this article right here, which is something I subscribe to, which I believe in this person. or this, whatever it is, this entity, and they're like saying everything I believe, so that's the truth, and I keep telling people, man, you got to go beyond that.
I mean, it's kind of like this, I don't mean to get political,
Yeah.
but the democratic socialists or the socialism that is coming around. And
Yeah.
it's just, man, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's like 50% of youth now
Yeah.
are like on board with democratic socialism.
Yeah.
Like,
And here's what gets me. They complain and complain and complain about the government, but they want government to control everything.
yeah.
How does that make sense?
It doesn't make no sense.
No.
It makes no sense. They do not understand the concept of
No,
what they're
and
backing.
I mean, they need to talk to people that have lived in Venezuela. They need to talk to people that have lived in Russia and Cuba, North Korea, China. They need to talk to those people.
I mean, we have fought wars to keep communism out of countries,
Yeah.
but now we're openly, because this is their argument. Their argument is we're not for communism, we're for democratic socialism. But what they fail to realize is that that's what leads to communism.
Yes, and you can vote in communism, but you got to fight your way out of it.
Yeah. Oh,
You
you
know?
know what? I saw that. I did see a slogan that
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, and it won't be pretty.
No, it won't.
And I think, if you want democratic socialism or communism, whatever you want to call it, where the government controls the means of production, they control everything. They control the property. You have no property rights. You will own nothing and you will like it. Go to Cuba. See how that works out for you. Go to Russia. Go to North Korea. Go to China. See how that works.
I mean, they have quotas
Yeah.
for what they could get, what food they could get.
Right. You have a card and it tells you what just like a rationing card, we had to ration in World War II because they were sending so much stuff overseas. But in communist and socialist countries, they tell you, okay, you can only have 5 apples a month. That's all you get. And the people that are producing that stuff, there's been so many experiments. There was even one way back before our country was even founded, way back in the 17, early 1700s, where they had this group of settlers out east, somewhere around, I believe it was Virginia. Anyway, and not Virginia, Carolinas, because that's a coastal states. Anyway, so what they did is they decided that they would pull. There was this big piece of farmland, right? And they decided that everybody would work together and grow the vegetables and the food that they needed, and work together, and they would all control it, right?
Okay.
You know what happened? They almost starved to death
Oh.
because nobody wanted to work.
Oh.
The people that were doing all the work, everyone was like, hey, that guy over there is going to work. I don't have to.
Yeah.
So then the people that were doing all the work were looking around like, hey, what's going on here? They're not working. I'm not working.
Yeah.
I'm not going to support you. So then they got a new leader, and I'm paraphrasing all this. There's a lot of information out there if you don't believe me. But then they got a new leader, and the new leader was like, no, you will have this piece of land. You will have that piece of land. And they thrived. Because ownership, you take ownership of something.
Yeah.
And if you want to see a real life example of that, look at in your neighborhood. If you have renters in your neighborhood, look at the quality of the property of renters versus owners.
Yeah.
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot different when you own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You take better care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
so
a good example, actually.
Yeah. And nothing against renters. I know it's not their property. They're not going to do anything for it. They don't own it. I mean, we've all had to rent sooner one time or another,
I mean, when I rented, I'm not going to lie, I was probably not the best tenant. That's a story for another day.
Yeah. So, if you want, I mean, just look at, when all these people say they want free health care from the government, look at what is going on in Canada. Look what's going on with the VA. And the government says you can have this treatment, but not this one.
So I saw an example of that because it was some article and it was saying, the secret or what people don't tell you about universal health care.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, people don't like waiting, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're waiting then.
Yeah.
They're talking about months to get
years.
Get a basic appointment.
Yeah.
If you, heaven forbid, you got something life-threatening, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're still waiting.
I know there's people in Canada that wait months, if not a year, to get a thing of their heart. You know, where they put the stint in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can wait forever for that.
That's crazy.
You know, and we can do it. They can do it here on you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, and so many of those people, they come down to the United States and pay for it because it's life-saving, and they can't get that in Canada. Of course, Canada allows the doctors to kill you, too.
Yeah.
And I was...
Wait, what?
Yeah, they have assisted suicide is legal up there. And they're killing a lot more people than they're treating, if you look at the numbers. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The one guy was saying, I saw an interview with one guy from Canada, and he was talking about how he had this heart issue and a stomach issue. He had a lot of health issues, right? And he said the first treatment, they were like, well, we can put you out of your misery kind of thing. You know, and he was like, what?
Oh, my God.
That was the first thing they offered him.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. That boil on your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to take you out, bro.
Yeah.
We got you.
We're going to take you out. So
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I know. And that's where we're headed.
That's
you know?
crazy. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is if you look at communist countries and socialist countries, especially the communist ones, the ones that have the power, they're the ones that have all the nice stuff. They have the Rolls Royces. They have the houses with air conditioning. They have a house. You know, I mean, they're the ones that get everything. That's why I'm so against sending all our money to foreign countries, because the people at the top get the money, and the people that need the help never see it.
Never
See it.
Never see it.
So I think that is, of course, that's wrong.
I mean, it is pretty obvious at this point that a lot of the money that I don't know, I don't want to say a lot of the money, but you know,
it is a lot.
Money that goes overseas doesn't go for what it's supposed to.
No, it doesn't go to the people.
No.
And you know, people look at, you know, if you want to look at some really messed up stuff that happened, look at Laos, look at Cambodia. Their leaders killed millions of people. Wow. You know, and you know, it's like, oh, okay. No, it's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
You know, you have Pol Pot over there, and he killed millions of people. You have warlords in Africa that are killing people. They're killing. You have Muslims that are killing Christians in Liberia by the thousands.
Yeah.
And where's the outrage? If it was the other way around, you can bet there'd be outrage.
Yeah, that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a Muslim country, and you don't want that.
No, you can't.
Trust me, you do not want that.
You can't build a Christian church in a Muslim country.
Oh no, you can't even like pray.
No.
It's just,
if you don't support their religion, they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter what religion it is. You know, if it's owned by the state and you don't support it, too bad. You may not get. You know, you may not get what you want. Mm-hmm. Like food, shelter, you know, medical care, you know, the basic needs you need to survive.
Stuff.
So there's also something else we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Is the government giving Saudi Arabia the ability to process plutonium, or not plutonium, but have a nuclear reactor. And man, that's and from what I just read this morning, from what I read now is that the only way Saudi will get the ability to do that is they have to recognize Israel as a country. That's part of the agreement.
What are we doing?
I'm telling you, man.
What are we doing?
I know.
Like, how is this even a thing right now? Why are we discussing this?
Yeah.
Like, it just makes no sense.
We're fighting Iran, you know, to not have nuclear weapons, but we're going to give them to another Middle Eastern country.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad idea, right?
Right.
Maybe there's a good reason for this. Maybe there is, like, they are an ally. They've been an ally, right?
Yeah,
I
have
guess.
they really?
Well, supposedly, right?
Yeah.
They've been an ally.
I mean, where did most of the 9/11 hijackers come from?
I know, Saudi
Exactly.
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
But it's I don't know. Maybe it is a good thing, but I don't understand. I don't understand why we're talking about this now. Why is this coming up now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just it almost feels like, and this is just me, but almost feels like we're trying to do all this before the midterms, because midterms, we're not going to be able to do any of this
We
stuff.
may not, because if they know that there's a chance that they're going to lose the midterms and they're going to lose their majority. And
I mean, you should know already, if gas prices are high, you're going to lose.
yeah.
Just a fact at this point.
Yeah.
Wow. So speaking of gas,
Yeah.
let's do these sponsors real quick,
yeah.
right? We want to thank Calumet Breweries, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-845-2242. Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans. 2305 West 83rd Avenue in Maryville. Call 219-769-8803 for special veteran savings on complete burial packages. DAV Chapter 17, meet the first Thursday at 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue. DAV Chapter 80, meet the second Friday, American Legion, Post 261 in Cedar Lake. At 13050 Washington Street, you can reach them at 219-386-2282. Laborers International Union, North America 41, Luna 41, 500 Superior Street, Munster. You can reach them at 219-924-7922. And Military Order Purple Heart, 721. Their meetings are the second Thursday at 7 p.m. at VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue.
All right. Good.
So, have you ever heard of the Compact Act?
Yes, I was just reading about that.
So, I just found out that a guy I served with committed suicide.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Back in the beginning part of this year.
Yeah.
And
man.
He, man, I had no idea that was like even like I've seen him. I've talked to him a couple times here and there. You know, especially when he was working on his claim. Good like 10 years ago at this point. But he, it was he passed, and that's why when I read this, I wanted to talk about it, because so the Compact Act allows eligible veterans and certain former service members to receive Veteran Affairs funded emergency suicide crisis care at VA and community hospitals, even if they aren't enrolled in VA healthcare. And they're saying that data shows that 50,000 have already used this since 2023.
Wow.
3 years, and we've had 50,000 that have used it. And those are the, I hate to say it, but those are kind of success stories.
Yeah.
Because those,
Yeah, those are people that actually use the benefit. And I didn't know that till I read that article.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So many people don't know about that.
Yeah.
You can go and walk into any emergency room and get mental health treatment.
Yeah.
Which I think is great.
I saw this meme, and it was about a soldier who is coming back from being in the military, and they're walking around in their uniform, their flak vest, weapon, Kevlar, and they're walking around with their family. He's playing at the park with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the whole premise was like, this is how veterans feel, when they come back. You're trained to kill, and then you come back, and now you got to play at the park with your kids, and you got to be on time. So it was almost like a great example of like how it does feel when you come back.
Yeah.
I still march in step when I'm walking next to people.
I do too.
And I don't even realize it.
Yeah. Yep. I always like to sit with my back to the door. I'm always looking for ways to get out of a room if I have to.
I do too. I always know where to go in case something happens. I always have that mapped in my head before I even sit down.
Does anybody run scenarios through their brain when they're sitting at home?
I do too.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
What if somebody was banging on my door?
Right, what would I do?
Strategically, where would I stand so I wouldn't get hit, but I could shoot them back?
Yeah. Yes.
You think that too?
Yeah.
So it's not just me?
It's not just you. Or I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking, and my brain is just, on fire, and I'm thinking about, well, what if I was at the park? Or what if I was out for a walk and I heard somebody screaming? What would I do?
Yeah.
And it's amazing that a lot of us veterans think that way.
Yeah.
We go, maybe civilians do too. I don't know. But we just have that thought that, what if?
Yeah.
That's
why I say I like my PTSD now, because I've kind of I kind of use it to my advantage now, right?
Yeah.
Like that situational awareness.
Yeah.
I'm using that all the time.
Oh
now,
yeah, absolutely. You have to.
And I feel like that, my family's been safe. I've been safe. So doing something right.
Right.
So,
You don't put yourself in that position where you can be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And I see so many people doing it. They're walking around with their headphones on, with their head down on their phone. And I've seen people walking into fountains and, you see.
Walking into fountains?
Yeah, somebody somewhere, they were walking on their phone. They had their headphones in, and they're just walking, bloop, 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 and they walk right into a fountain. That's funny.
Did they fall in the
Yes,
fountain?
they did.
That's awesome.
That was funny. That was been years ago now. But anyway, you see so many people doing that, not even paying attention to where they're at, whether they're at the mall, whether they're out in their car, walking around. They're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
And if a bad guy or a bad girl, a bad person with bad intentions, that's the person they're going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're easy pickings.
Yep.
They're not paying attention. They have no idea what's going on around them. They don't know if somebody's following them, And I'm just like, oh, you people, come on, grow a brain, please. But they just, and that goes back to people not paying attention to the big picture of our country.
Yeah.
And are we perfect? No country is. Well, we've come a long way since 1776 in our last 250 years. And, we have the longest or the only constitution on the planet that has lasted this long.
Really?
Yeah.
So doesn't Britain have one? Or
well,
France?
theirs have been changed.
Oh.
A lot.
Really?
By different monarchs and stuff like that. So
interesting.
Yeah. So ours is the oldest document. Constitution that's still in effect.
I always wondered what was the point of the monarch in Britain?
I don't know.
Why do they keep it around?
You know what I find ironic is they have no king's marches over there.
No what?
No kings.
March?
Yeah.
He doesn't even make any decisions.
I know, but that was against our country. They just are like,
oh my God!
But they have a king in their country.
How ironic is that?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
And another thing that's going wrong in the UK is there's a human rights lawyer that's going up for contempt of court for defending people because they didn't like what he said. The UK, and I'm telling you, it's going to come here.
They keep talking about how we have no freedom of speech, right?
They don't.
They have none. I can't believe people are getting arrested for
what they say.
Yeah.
And whether they say it online or whether they say it in person. They're putting people in jail for what they say.
That's crazy.
That's coming here, I'm telling you. It's going to come. Oh, you offended me, so I want you in jail.
Yeah.
So it's like, Jesus criminy, what next?
Yeah.
And when are we going to say enough is enough is enough? We're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
$5 if you know what movie that's from. I'm tired as heck, and I'm not going to take it anymore. You won't know because it's a 1970s movie.
Oh, well, of course.
From Network.
Well,
You got to watch that movie. I know it's an old movie. It's a wonderful movie about how journalism, instead of being journalism, became entertainment.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
I will watch that. What's it called? Network?
Network. Really good movie.
I seen an old movie the other day.
Yeah.
Andromeda Strain.
Oh, yeah.
You remember watching that in school?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's an oldie.
So old. Oh, my God.
It's like Soylent Green, when you learn at the end that the food they're eating is really people.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. And it's funny how these things from way back when, these movies that were supposed to be science fiction are actually starting to come true.
Unfortunately.
And
right?
I don't know if they still teach this book in school, but the book 1984 about people need to start reading that again.
That is actually a really good movie, and it does kind of forecast some stuff that's
happening. And the thing is that was supposed to be a warning, not an instruction manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now we have these flock cameras, which, they say, they prevent crime and fight crime. Okay. Then why is there a database with every car that goes past one? Where they can look it up without a warrant. They can see where you are. They can trace you wherever you go, wherever there's a flock camera. They have your license plate number and your car, and they know wherever you go.
So that's scary, right?
Yeah.
What's even scarier is they're trying to implement these devices to put in your car where police can stop your car or slow you down if you're going too fast.
Yeah. We're giving up,
That's crazy.
And the government wants to put a kill switch in these cars too, so that if you're not in the right frame of mind, say for example, you're excited because there's a tornado coming behind you, and your blood pressure's elevated, your heart rate's elevated, your car won't start.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, you know what? There's a device that the cops in Texas have already purchased like 10 of these, and it's a device that can link to your devices. So it can link to your phone, your laptop.
Really?
Yeah, if they're driving by you.
What is that called?
And I think the whole premise is to stop people that are driving while on their phones, right?
But they have access to all your information. And people are just giving it up.
And they're just going to erase it when they're done?
Yeah.
Get
out of here. There's going to be a big database. That's why we need all these data centers. So they can keep tracking us.
That's why when you're looking on your phone and you just talked about something,
there's an ad for it.
It starts coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever just thought about something and got an ad? I mean, I know we're going down the deep end here, but.
So it's kind of crazy because it is scary how we've tried that. Me and my wife. We've talked about something random and then we see commercials for it later.
Yeah.
So I did think that at one point. Because it did seem like stuff was popping up.
I don't remember talking about this. Yeah.
Well,
Alexa, if you have Alexa or one of those things, they're always listening. Always. There's a way you can opt out of it. I mean, I don't have one. I'll never have one. I don't even have a smart TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my TV is old. And
see, I got smart TVs.
Yeah, I don't really want a smart TV, but my TV's getting ready to go out. So I'm like, man.
I got some.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want one?
What?
TVs.
Oh,
smart
okay.
TVs. You just got a link to my TV.
No. No, I'm not doing that.
I just need your passwords.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, but there's so much going on in this country. And yes, it is hard to keep up with it all.
It is.
We have so much going up. And even in our own state, our own governor is making deals with Israel now.
How is that even possible? Can they do that? Can they do foreign relations like that?
I guess they can, and giving our state tax dollars to Israel is, I'm like, come on, we're already giving them enough. They don't need any more of our money.
No, they don't.
So, and I think that this rule where we're going to combine our militaries a little bit is why Netanyahu said he doesn't need our money anymore. He's going to have our troops. And how long is it going to be before a troop from Israel comes over to the United States and says, I'm a veteran, give me money, I'm disabled? Or
Israel stationed soldiers out here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another thing.
I mean, why not?
Why not?
At that point.
Yeah. But
that's crazy. That's why I think that when you have to have an executive branch that understands what they're sending their soldiers into.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that kind of, granted, you have to assume that you're going to lose some, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the sacrifice of it. But you also have to have humility towards it.
Yeah.
And, respect that decision.
Oh, yeah. That's got to weigh heavy on you, I would think.
Has to.
Knowing that you're putting people in harm's way.
Your decision is. Yeah, it's
causing that. I mean, we just lost, 4 people in the last week.
Yeah.
And a lot more injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now what happens when the injured veterans come home and they have the issues? Government's not going to want to pay for it.
I mean, are they going to get benefits because it's not an act of war as of right now?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I'm not act of war, but it's not a declared war.
Well, neither was Iraq.
Yeah.
Neither was Vietnam, Korea.
Oh, Iraq wasn't?
No, we didn't declare war against Iraq or Afghanistan.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we did.
It was just a resolution passed by Congress.
Oh, okay.
So.
Is that different than the declaration of war?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's illegal.
Oh.
The War Powers Act needs to be repealed anyway. But, if we're going to go to war and we're going to commit our young people to die, there needs to be a declaration of war. And we go in, balls to the wall, and just annihilate them like we did in World War II. You know, that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
You know, but this mamby-pamby stuff of, oh, we're going to do this country and then we're going to do that country. And, you know, aren't we wonderful? No. You either do it all or you don't do it at all. I mean, you do it full force or you don't do it at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying I want troops on the ground in Iran because I really don't. That's going to be devastating to our country. But because we sure as heck don't need another 20-year war.
No, we don't.
You know, we've been at war most of my adult life.
Most of my adult life, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at one place or another, whether it was Grenada, Panama, Nicaragua, all these other countries, you know, and then we still have conflicts at the DMZ in Korea.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we will never see. We'll never see China pulling strings. We'll never see Russia pulling strings. We're never going to see that.
Yeah.
You know, but it happens. And a lot of times that stuff doesn't come out till after the fact.
Yeah.
You know, and it's terrible what we expect to send our young people to die in foreign countries, and we don't support them when they come back.
Yeah.
You know, we're sending them willy-nilly, and I just don't agree with that.
Yeah. I don't
You
agree
know,
with that either.
no, I'm not saying I want Iran to have a nuke because I don't. Any more than I want Saudi Arabia to have a nuke. Because they get mad at each other, poof, there it goes. Now what?
Well, so that's when this first happened with Iran, my thought process was, I'm surprised it took this long, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they've been attacking us here and there through Houthis, through these people.
Yep.
It just
Hezbollah, Hamas.
This needed to happen at some point, but it seems like it was very
Yeah, it was.
And
I don't think it was very well thought out plan.
no, I don't think it was either.
No.
I don't know why they thought bombing was going to be enough.
It's never enough.
Like, come on.
You can't win a war without boots on the ground.
No.
We all know that.
No. At least not accomplish what they want. If
Right.
you want to hurt somebody, yeah, go ahead, bomb them.
And
but it ain't going to accomplish nothing.
Right. And why are we sending troops when Israel is not sending troops?
Yeah. Why are we even
Why are
doing
we
it?
doing it? I know. And it drives me crazy. We got a caller? All right, go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views.
Hey, good morning, Fly Your Flag.
Hey, good morning.
All right, real quick, I know you're on the short fuse for the time limit to get off the air. No pun intended. All right, real quick, food for thought for the weekend.
Okay.
Why President of the United States don't declare this a war? Vietnam War, World War I, World War II, even Venezuela one-day war, yada, yada.
Yep.
Because I think it's tied to benefits. If you had military time in time of war, this will unqualify moving forward those who are serving, because maybe at some point it has to do with don't have to pay the veterans benefits. Any way they could scam us, they will.
Absolutely.
I don't know for sure if that has, if I'm right or wrong, but it's food for thought.
Yeah.
Because if you declare it a war in Iraqi war, that puts a whole different meaning on things when it comes to benefit times. And Steve would probably know more about that, being a service officer. But that's my take on it. And I'll let you guys go and think about it and talk about it. You have a great weekend. And,
all right, you too.
And doing a great job.
Thank you.
God bless America.
God bless you, Ernie. Because I know, he was talking about how maybe not declaring war is a way they get around benefits. What do you think about that?
I mean,
look how long it took them to declare about Agent Orange in Vietnam, or the Gulf War disease, or the poison water at Camp Lejeune. I mean, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It took forever. It's
Yeah.
still taking forever. There are people that were stationed at Camp Lejeune. Their families, their kids are dying from cancer because of 30 years of bad water.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I love that they're trying to bomb the hell out of them instead of sending troops, right? I appreciate that. But it's,
How much more can we bomb them?
I mean,
unless we kill all their higher ups in the military again, and nobody takes their place, And here's the thing that people don't realize is Iran took all the weapons away from the civilians, so they can't rise up. So we got another caller? Oh, okay. Yeah, so they took all their weapons away from the civilians, and that's what they do. If you look at all the countries that's happened to where the people were unable to rise up, that's because that's what they did. They did it in Germany. Mm-hmm. They did it in the Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Korea, North Korea. That's what they do. They take their weapons because they don't want the people to rise up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing saving us right now in this country.
Yeah.
Is that almost every American has a weapon. Yeah, we got a caller? All right, go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views.
Hey.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, this is Turk. It's wonderful to hear your folks' voice.
Oh, good. Good to hear you.
Hey, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to hear Ernie's voice. And what did Ernie emphasize? The importance of the vote.
Yes.
The vote, you guys. The vote is the most important weapon we have. It's the most important thing we can do in our whole lives. So you've got to talk to your friends, folks, the ones that were Republicans in MAGA. You've got to talk to those MAGA that are wobbly now. That we didn't want to talk to because it ended up being bad feelings. Mm-hmm. They got to be embarrassed now. You've got to talk to those kinds of people and remind them how important their vote is. Their vote is the most important vote that's coming in November, folks. You guys, it seems to me, are on the right track. It's so nice to hear your voices. I haven't heard you in a month. I thought you were off the air. I finally caught you on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Thanks for being there. Keep on rapping, man, and remind folks and tell your listening audience, get out there and talk to those people that are wobbly.
There you go.
That are wobbly, man. We can talk to them now. Mm-hmm. That we didn't want to make them angry, man. Hey, I'm gonna get off the air, man. I know it's short time, and gosh, I'm glad I found you guys again, man.
Too.
Hey, God bless all of us, huh?
All right, thanks, Turk.
Yeah, thanks, Turk.
Sure.
Cool. I'm glad he found us on YouTube.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's nice to know that worked. Let me do this real quick.
Okay.
We want to thank Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, cleanings, and 10% discount on all other services. 8 convenient Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana locations, Chicago East and South Sides, Calumet City, Crestwood, Oak Lawn. You reach them at 219-804-9329. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street in Hammond. 219-923-3007. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. Reach them at 219-670-2501 or www.heroeshelpingheroesin.com. White Oak Home Care, 9800 Connecticut Drive, Crown Point. You can reach them at 219-999-5869 or www.whiteoakhomecare.com.
All right.
So, DAV is going to have a tent set up at the Pierogi Fest this weekend.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Come and stop by. We're going to have some things to sell. So,
okay.
And cool. Then, DAV is also going to have there's a couple of these coming on.
Yeah.
DAV's got a walk in Cherville on August. What is it now? On August 22nd.
Okay.
And then I know that the Crown Point chapter has their golf outing soon.
Okay.
Oh, I can't remember when that is, though. All right, I'm going to have to find that out for next week.
Okay. And I just read today, too, that the American Legion canceled their booth at the VFW yearly meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, American Legion won't be there. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that, too. It's like, wah, get over it.
See, that's the problem, though. We can disagree on stuff.
Absolutely.
Right? We can't, start fighting each other.
No, not at all.
We definitely can't have that.
No, we can't have that. We need to band together, and just like Turk said, we need people to get out and vote.
Yeah.
Voter turnout in this area has been abysmally low.
Yeah.
Vote for the candidate you want. Don't just vote for somebody because they have a certain initial after their name. regardless of what that initial is. You know, do a little research. Look into the person you're voting for.
Yeah.
Where do they come from? Where are they getting their money? You know, does AIPAC give them hundreds of thousands of dollars so that they'll do whatever Israel wants? You know, what other PAC are they getting their money from? You know, you got to look into that stuff. Because, you know, one thing I found when I was running for office was that the person I was running against, most of his money didn't even come from the region. It came from out of state. So I had a long list of where all his money come from. And people were like, whoa, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, that's because you don't do any research.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's what I wanted to say. But I wanted their vote more. So anyway, so look, people, do research. Start looking at who's running for what office and vote in the person that you agree with the most. Are you going to find that perfect candidate? No, you're not. But you'll find one that you agree with most, that shares your values, that shares your vision, and vote for that person. And also, if you are struggling, please call 988, hit 1, and you can talk to a veteran 24/365. And also, if you are struggling at any time and we're not here, of course, you can always call into the show and we will help you. But if you don't want to pick up the phone and you are in desperate need, you can go to, as a veteran, you can go to any emergency room and they will treat you and the VA will pay for it.
Yep.
So if you need help, it is available. Please reach out.
You can't fix nothing when you're dead.
No, you sure can't. And the family you leave behind is going to be missing you.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be devastated. So, all right. So that's our show for today. Rocky will be back next week. We can't wait to hear about all his fun adventures on his 2-week playing with the Army. Don't tell him I said that. But so we look forward to having Rocky back. And next week when he gets back from his 2-week, I don't know, what do they call that? 2-week? I don't know.
Oh God, I can't remember.
Yeah, his 2-week thing where he is commitment.
Annual training.
Annual training. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have him back next week, and of course, myself, Donna, and Steve will be here next week, and we look forward to hearing from you. And please go to our YouTube channel, like, comment, let us know where you're listening to us from, and we hope to see you next week.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Good night, Chesty, wherever you are.